Hi there, it's Hélène with another video. Glad you could join me. If it is your first time, welcome. I post quite often on YouTube on all sorts of various topics, and today is the outcome of my first 2 rounds of slaying my samples box. Now, in honor of this video, I have actually tipped my sample box to the side so that you could actually see where I'm at with the sample box. So I thought that this might be useful to just kind of see the samples coming down as we go. I know it looks a little bit messy, but I think it's kind of still useful. I may not do it again. I'll see how horrible it looks on video, but anyway, for now, that's what I decided to do. Before I forget, if you like the contents of this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content on this channel overall, please consider subscribing. And let's get on to it, shall we? Okay, so let's get a few things out of the way. My focus on the first 2 rounds was moisturizers and serums, but I also took care of some makeup, and I thought I would do these first because they're pretty quick hitters. So I finished 1 sample of the Punch Pop from Benefit. It was quite a sizable sample. It was right in here and it lasted me about a week. It had a significant lip plumper effect, but I think I had a reaction to it. Now I happen to have a second sample of this, so when my lips have fully recovered, I will try this sample again and just confirm or refute the fact that I had a reaction to this. I think I have to give this product a fair chance because when I was wearing it, it did feel really good on my lips. It's just that something that week ended up really affecting my lips, and this seemed to be the only new product. Another product that I tried during my brand new focus on Makeup Forever was the Makeup Acrylip. And it is a very, I would say, kind of messy product, although you can put it on your lips for a little bit and then blot it away, and the color seems to stain the lips relatively well. I still have some of these samples left and I will continue to use it, but I just wanted to give you an idea of that. I have also used the Buxom Vava Plump. Now, I had 3 colors in here, a dark, a kind of berry, and one that was the equivalent of a kind of a matte White Russian, if you're familiar with that one from Buxom. I liked them. I really liked the red color, the deep red, but I found the one that was kind of like the White Russian made me look kind of sick. And then the berry color, as you can tell, berry and purples tend to look good on me, so I have no problem with that color. I also used some foundations and some concealer. So I have mentioned these before. I'll just mention them very quickly again. I used the Becca foundation. I used the light and medium color. I very much like this foundation. I suspect that it's quite expensive. I also tried the Hello Happy, and in this sample I was able to try all 3, the number 1, number 2, and number 3 that came in the sample, and it is a foundation that is on my short list. I liked how it looked on my skin and it wore well throughout the day. I am dry combo, by the way. I also tried one of the colors of the Lock-It foundation during my brand new focus on Kat Von D products, as I also used it on camera during a Get Ready With Me. That was the first time I used it, and it is very high coverage concealer. It did crease under my eye, but as I said in the video, I think it has more to do with the powder that I was using. I have used it a couple times since as well. I don't have any major complaints, but at this point I would not purchase. I have also finished, you'll see a little empty container here. If you've seen these agave lip mask samples, this is actually a full one. There's all 3 of them in here, but I wanted to show you what it is that I used, and it was the red one called Smashed that I finished. I'm fine with the agave lip mask, but I have to say that I don't find they work any better than just my Burt's Bees regular lip balm for soothing my lips, so I just wouldn't pay $17 or more for a lip mask. That's just my opinion. When I get these samples, like this little trio, of course I'm going to use it. Why not? I'll use the fresh samples as well, but I just won't buy the product. Now, a few other samples that I finished that are not part of the slashing my samples, but they are samples that I finished nonetheless, is the, I don't know if we say NIA or NIA 24 Intensive Recovery Complex. This is a very expensive cream, and I used the sample. I thought it worked really well, but just given the pricing, I wouldn't purchase. Did I like it? Absolutely. Now, another one that I liked was the Ole Henriksen Transform Uplifting Transformation Eye Gel. Like, this was a deluxe sample. I really, really like this eye gel. It feels very soothing. And if I have a chance to come across another, either a set or something where I can get kind of a value pack, I would definitely consider purchasing. I also finished a sample of the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil. Just finished filming an Empties video, and I talked about a Moroccan oil in that one, and that Hairdresser's Invisible Oil, to me, any kind of hair oil works quite nicely. I haven't yet found a huge difference from one brand to another, but I highly recommend using hair oil. It really does hydrate the hair and prevent flyaways and really give you some shine. I'm going to call 3 perfumes done because I only have about 1 more day of use in the third one. I used up the Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. This was a very, very nice fragrance. I'm not usually a perfume person. I just use them whatever. But this one I really ended up enjoying quite a bit. This other one was just fine. It's called Because It's You by Emporio Armani. This is what the logo looks like. It was just fine. Nothing more to say. And the one I'm currently finishing up is Woman by Ralph Lauren. And I'm enjoying this one. I would say that it's one that, yeah, it's left an impression. I'm enjoying using it. Probably not a repurchase. Or a purchase to begin with, not a repurchase. And the last oddball product that I have in samples that I finished was the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, Pore Minimizing Primer. And this was a leftover from my Focus on Smashbox products that I finally finished, and I just threw it into this Focus on Samples Empties. Okay, that's it for oddball samples. We can get into the Slay the Samples Empties. But I want to identify just a few things that I did not finish yet from the second round of samples. So I have a couple of, 3 actually, 3 of these Instant Firming Beauty Shots from Ren. And I will use them as like a night mask almost. I cannot possibly use these during the day. They pill like crazy. What they do is they form a film on your skin, and if you rub it all in any spot, it just starts peeling off my skin. It's the weirdest thing, and there's no way that I could feel comfortable walking around wearing that cream. I have also been using the Skyn Icelandic Relief Eye Cream. So I have this one left, and I'm working through this one. Now, these packets are multi-day use, so one of these can last me 3 or 4 days, but I will continue using it. I love the cooling sensation around the eye when I put this cream on. I do keep it for morning because I find the cooling effect is great to wake up the eye in the morning, and I really, really like it. And then I use this Philosophy Take a Deep Breath Eye Gel Cream in the evening. And I think I just have one more use in here. A little bit goes a long way with these eye creams. So those are the things I'm just finishing up, regardless of if they're great or not. I said I was going to finish these samples, so I'm finishing them up. And now we can get into all the products that I did finish. So keeping on with these same brands, I did finish one of those Philosophy Take a Deep Breath eye cream packets, so that's done. I also finished a couple of the Uplifting Miracle Worker Cool Lift Firm Moisturizer for face and neck. Now this one did not do what the Ren product does, so I was fine with using those. And I was also using the Renewed Hope in a Jar Refreshing and Refining Moisturizer lotion from Philosophy. I don't have any issue with the Philosophy products. The only thing I'm going to say is they didn't leave me a negative or positive impression. They're just fine. I also did finish a couple of lotions. This one was really interesting and this is from Skyn again, the Antidote Cooling Daily Lotion. Really neat, I think, especially having tried it in July. It's kind of nice to get, I don't know if it did a depuffing at all in my face, but to put this lotion all over is great. Just make sure you don't get it anywhere near your eye, because your eye will all of a sudden feel very cold, as I kind of found out. But I like it, and I think I'm going to be checking out how much that product is and its availability. And I also, from Skyn Iceland, tried the Pure Cloud Cream with Arctic berries and peptides. And it is a morning and evening cream, and I like it. So the Skyn line of products, I'm probably going to look into more so. They left a good impression, and I'm curious to know more about the brand. An old favorite, an Ole Henriksen Sheer Transformation Perfecting Moisturizer. I brought a whole sample set of these when we went to Guatemala. Used them for a full week, loved them. I was happy to find another sample in my sample box. Used them, no issue, loved them. I also used five, yeah, I thought I had five of these Juice Beauty Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Moisturizing Creams. And I thought they worked fine. I just don't like the smell. So that has convinced me that I will not be looking at using this moisturizer again. Now, for some folks, depending on how moisturizer works, they don't care about the smell. I like for a moisturizer to be pleasant to use, so that it is unscented or lightly scented in a fragrance that I like. And so that was just a turn off. Now, for the Fab or First Aid Beauty, I had 4 samples. I had one of the Night Cream, the Ultra Repair Hydra Firm Sleeping Cream. And it is definitely more hydrating than their other regular day cream. And this one is called, actually there's 3, oh no, sorry. I had 3 of the sleeping cream, pardon me. And then I have one of the daily cream. And this is called the Intense Hydration for Dry Parched Skin, safe for sensitive skin. I would definitely agree that it is safe for sensitive skin. I just didn't think that it did a whole lot. And I probably wouldn't repurchase unless it was a really, really great deal. I had a single sample of Clinique left. I really like the Moisture Surge though. I would use again, but I would, just like I did for the Ulta hyaluronic acid and algae extract cream, I would use this with my Physicians Formula Argan Wear Oil, because I don't find this to be hydrating enough, but I do find it that it's comfortable and nice on the skin. I also use the Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Face Cream. I like this cream, but I wouldn't seek it out. It was just fine, but it's not a cream that I would look into getting. I used 3 samples of the Lala Retro Whipped Cream, and I've also not that long ago had the opportunity to use a deluxe sample of that as well. I really like this cream. It is very thick. It feels wonderful as a night cream, and I will probably look at whether I can, whether it makes financial sense to invest in a full size. It has left a very good impression, the 2 cycles of use that I've had so far with that product. Another one that I quite liked, and this is a day cream, so this is a cream that I was putting on in the morning, is the Ren Evercalm Global Protection Day Cream, and the sample looks like this. And I had 10 samples, so I had a chance to really try this cream out. I have zero complaints about this cream. It does not leave the film like I was talking about for the one that's called the Keep Young and Beautiful Instant Firming Beauty Shot. This one soaks right into the skin, and I would definitely look at purchasing this product just like I said I would for the La La Retro. They all went spilling on the floor. I'm glad I'm almost done. All right, so now we have some serums. So we did all the creams, and I have some serums now to show you, but I have one product that bridges the two, and that is the Kate Somerville Wrinkle Warrior. So this is a serum and a cream all in one. So if you are pressed for time or you don't want to invest into the two products and you just want one, I have used a number of these samples over the last couple of years, and every single time I am not disappointed. I do have this product on my short list to really think seriously about purchasing. I also tried a Youth Watery Oil by Guerlain. Not impressed. I think any oil will do, and I actually think that this oil worked less well than other oils. Now, it might be because I tend to have dry skin. For somebody who tends to be normal to oily skin, maybe this would be good for you. It just did not impress me at all. I used a couple of Time in a Bottle serums from Philosophy. Not impressed. I have nothing negative or positive to say. It really didn't leave an impression. Same thing with the Prévage Anti-Aging Daily Serum from Elizabeth Arden. No yay or nay, no impression whatsoever. It's just a serum. It just didn't really leave an impression. The Strivectin Advanced Acid. This is the Rehydrate Replump NIA 114 plus hyaluronic acid dual response serum. I liked it, and I used them all back to back. I had quite a few. I had 7 of these samples, and I can't put my finger on it. I just liked it, and it wasn't a scent thing, and it might just be how it felt when I put it on my face, but I liked it for whatever that's worth. I had 3 of the Clinique Smart Custom Repair Serums. I use these at night. They were fine. I don't have a positive or negative reaction to it. I do like this one, but that's an Old Faithful. That's actually the one that I use every night normally when I'm not using samples, so I have a biased opinion because it's the one my skin is used to and that I am used to. And that was definitely a night serum. I was using the Caudalie Vino Perfect Brightening Radiance Serum. I had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 samples of this one. I'll give you a good size one. I like the Caudalie products. I think overall they're a very reasonable product. And I don't know if I would buy this serum for morning. I really tend to like the Ole Henriksen, so anything that I would use in the morning has to dethrone that one. And for now, I like the Caudalie samples, but I don't think at this point that I would buy that product. I had 4 of the resveratrol serum, and these were fine as well. I enjoyed using them, but again, same thing, I won't repeat myself. It's supposed to be a firming serum, and I don't have any intention of purchasing. Now, the Perricone MD Cold Plasma Face Advanced Serum Concentrate. Now, I only had 2 samples of this, and that could be part of it, but I didn't really see any particular benefit from that serum, and maybe, a couple samples is not fair to make an assessment of whether something works or not. Now, this is a sample of a product that I have used a few times before and I like. This is the CEO from Sunday Riley. I like it similar to the Ole Henriksen, but I do believe it is quite a bit more expensive, so I would hold off on purchasing the Sunday Riley unless it was on par or cheaper than the Ole Henriksen. I also had an eye cream from Dermalogica. This is the gel multivitamin power firm for eyes. I like Dermalogica products. I think they tend to be pretty good, and I have had good interactions with the product line so far. But I have a lot of eye products right now. I wouldn't look to repurchase to purchase, but I do have a favorable view of this product. It feels good. It applies well. My skin likes it, and I might end up going for the Age Smart line. Oh, I had two of those Dermalogica packets. Just thought I would let you know. Another eye cream, this one was the Dr. Brandt XYY Extend Your Youth. And I have no opinion, positive or negative, on this product. It left no impression. Another Caudalie product, this was the Vinactive Energizing and Soothing Eye Cream. I will admit, I misread this label and ended up using it as a moisturizing cream. And so my whole face got an eye treatment. It was nice, it was soothing, it was pleasant on the skin, but again, I don't have a positive or negative view of this product. Now, for a cleanser, I had 3 of the Jack Black Pure Clean Daily Facial Cleansers. And what I did was I dumped all of them in one container so I could just use whatever amount of cleanser I wanted. So these lasted me about a week. And I like what they do. I just don't like the smell. And it's definitely a manly smell, and it makes sense, Jack Black. But because of the scent, I would probably not purchase. I'll just show you the product I have been using. I just showed this in my Empties, and this is the Sephora gel cleanser that is the green tea total purifying cleanse gel, and I really like this one. And so any other cleanser is competing with this one. It is very gentle, it is very affordable, it does the job. And though I did like the Jack Black, it did a good job. The scent, and of course the fact that it's more expensive than the cleanser I'm using right now, just would not make me want to spring for a more expensive cleanser. Wow, that was a lot. So I hope you found this look through the samples that I have used, and the fact that, hey, I have used all this stuff. I am flabbergasted that I've been able to use so many samples over the last number of weeks, and I was not wasting product. I was using the samples as I would use regular products, and I have had, it's been really neat to try so many samples one after another, because you have very near-term recollection of a previous product before you try the next one, and so on. And also to try a stream of like samples one after another in just a few categories. So in this case, it was day creams, night creams, and serums was really the majority of these products, with, you know, a few cleansers and a few like a primer, a couple of cleansers, but for the most part it was moisturizers and serums. And I really have a much better idea of the brands that I want to try, and the brands that, you know, I've tried enough, no thank you, I know that they're kind of off my list. So again, just a reminder on the brands that I will be pursuing further: the Skyn Iceland, the Ren Everclear Day Cream, not the Keep Youth Beauty Shot, the Strivectin Serum, the Lala Retro Whipped Cream, the Kate Somerville Wrinkle Warrior, and I mentioned I like the Ole Henriksen and the Dermalogica. I think that's it, guys. Those are the products that I would, I'm just taking another look, those are the products that I will probably have piqued my interest, and I will probably look into further. So that's it for Empties, and I look forward to seeing you at the next round of Empties. I just filmed my third round of sample selections. I hope you take a look at that video, and I look forward to updating you on those as well. If you have any comments about the lines that I've covered here, please let me know down in the comments below. Do you have some preferences? Are there some that worked for you, didn't work for you? Do you like this series? Do you not like this series? Just let me know what you think. And if you like the contents of this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content on this channel in general, please consider subscribing. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And for now, take care.